Okay, so today we're looking at a new program called NVU, and it's very similar to um, Microsoft Front Page, except it's free. And so I'd like to teach you guys that one. Um, all right, for example, we've learned some HTML already, but if I do something like welcome to my page, and I increase the size, make part of it underline and part of it a different color, we can look at the HTML the source code, and we can see some of the things that we've already worked with, HTML, so on and so forth, making things different colors and size. And what's great about this program is it does it all for us. So what I would like to show you today is how to create an entire web page. But the first thing we need to do is understand tables. Tables will help us structure the page. If, for example, we work with the other file we're working on a couple days ago, where's that at? Here it is. If someone's looking at this page that we created with HTML earlier, they can simply zoom out or in and see how the pictures are resorted based on zooming in or out. What we'd like to do is when we create our web page, we don't want this to happen. We want it to always look the same, no matter what resolution or view we are using. Okay, so what we need to do is create a table. So you go to Table, Insert, Table, and what I'm going to do is just do a 1x1 size table because I would like everything to fit in this rectangle. So I can click that. Let me try that again. I want to make it a certain size too. So Table, Insert, Table. I go to precisely one row, one column, and I want 800 megapixels wide. And that's usually kind of like the standard because some people have the resolution that low on their computer. And if we go to Advanced Edit, then I can get some more options. For example, I would like the background color to be black. Okay. And I would also like the alignment to be center. Okay, there we go. And then also I can mess with the cell spacing and stuff like that, but for now that's fine. Okay, and there we go, there's our black single cell in there. Now you could already type in here using, for example, white. Oop. Let's make that white. I'm sorry, I'm clicking on the background. Don't want to do that. But instead of just inserting all the images and all the text right into there, again, I want it structured. So I am going to set up some tables within it. So let's go ahead and put another table inside of the table, I guess you'd say. And for this one, I'm going to want 1x2 wide. And there we go. And it breaks up the 800 megapixels. It takes 800 pixels and divides it in half. Alright, and then I know I'm going to want another table in here, so I can just go to Table, Insert Table, 1, and then another table, Insert Table. Actually, no, first of all, I'm going to want a table in here that's more. I want to create 5 different pages within my site, so I'm going to create a little table that goes across showing 5 different places I can go. So Table, Insert, Table, and I'll go 5 wide, 1 deep here. Okay, there we go. So let's save this now so we've made a little progress. So I go Save, and it's going to ask me for the page title, and my business is going to be called Raymond Photography. And I can put home in there also. Raymond Photography Home. Okay, and now it's going to let me save it. Now, the place I need to save it is the folder that I want to use. And I'm going to call this one Web 2. I already did it once in Web 1. You can call the folder anything you'd like, but please save the file inside of the folder that has all the images inside of it. Okay, so I'm going to save it there, Raymond Photography Home, HTML, save, and there we go, it's saved. Now I can open this up inside of, Firefox now and see the changes. There we go. Pretty much what we got. It doesn't show all the table divides, but that's fine. It doesn't show the individual cells. Okay, so now I'd like to get my logo in there, so I go to Insert, Image, or I can just click on Image. It's very similar to Word. Choose the location, and mine is logo short white PNG, And the advantage of PNG is that it's translucent. You can't see the background. Transparent, I mean. Width is 476, height is 52. That's fine. My cell will adjust to that size. We do need to have alternate text in there. Okay, so I will call this logo. Now, I need to stress this over and over. You need to resize everything that you put inside of the cells for two reasons. One reason being it distorts it if you do not resize it. Internet Explorer or Firefox will resize it for you, and that usually doesn't look very good. Also, because even if you resize, let's say you insert a very large image and shrink it down. Now, even though you shrank it down inside by dragging it smaller, it still is a very large file, and Internet Explorer will need to load the entire thing before it's displayed, and it'll slow down your connection or the person using it. Okay, that being said, let's go on. Now I can specify the dimensions, but it's already resized to what I want, so I just hit OK, and there we go. Now you can see my cell is a lot wider. I can simply grab the top right here, and I can drag this over. I want this cell to be larger. Now I can't drag it any smaller. It does stop it there, but I want my other image in here. I just got a little camera to put in there. So I choose location, again camera, and oh, I need alternate text, so I can just put in the camera. And there we are. And now again, like this one's left in line, that's what I want. I don't want this camera left in line, I want it right, so you can just simply click the camera, right, there it is. Great. Now I don't necessarily need this space in there, so let me delete that space. And I'm going to put inside here my buttons, the different pages that I'm going to be going. So let's go to image, choose the file, and I have all these different buttons, and I'm just going to throw them all in quick. And the idea of this is that images can become hyperlinks. And so I just created these little graphics using well, I downloaded the actual button, what it looks like, from sxc.hu, and I used Photoshop to just put the words in front of it. So for example, this about, I just was able to type that over the top of it. Very easy to do. You wouldn't need to necessarily use Photoshop. You could use anything. Let's put advertisements in there. And two more here. Oh, I already got that one. Put contact. Okay, and then the last one. And you can see what it's doing is it's automatic resizing the cells to fit them all evenly for the most part. Again, I resized those buttons to be the right size to begin with. Products, my last one. And so it takes care of it for us. Products. Okay, there we go. You can see at the top 152, 152, 152, 150, 150. So really these should all be 1 pixel smaller to even it up if you're going to be really picky. Okay, this one's a little bigger, not a big deal. You don't get a full 800 because they do automatically give a few pixels for the border in between each cell and so forth. And that's fine. Okay, let's also insert an image. Now I'm photography, so I would like to have some kind of something to show my work off, and I could use a couple different pictures, and the one I was thinking about is using this one, you know, showing off some of my work. Well, this really isn't my work, but for example, but what I could do is I don't like the overall, you know, I have a black background and I want to put my logo on there. So what I could do in Photoshop is I could just add this black border, just using the brush, putting that black border and then adding a little slogan. Okay, so I'm gonna use that one. So here it's called Wedding Small Black. Okay, 800 wide already, 304. So it's no larger than it needs to be, and I'm not stretching it or distorting it. Okay. Oh, gotta put my alternate text in. Wedding. Aha, there we go. Let's stop it here for a second.